Okay guys, here is another myth versus truth. So today we're going to talk a little bit about dominance. A common thing that often comes up, especially with your larger breeds, your adolescents and your working type dogs, is my dog being dominant? Or people assume that their dog is being dominant when they're met with certain problem behaviours. The whole dominance and alpha theory was debunked by the same person who came up with it. They used to think that dogs were pack animals, that they would fight for dominance, and they did this by observing wolves. It turned out that this wasn't true because the wolves were not an accurate representation of what actually happens out in the wild. Not only that, but dogs are not wolves. So dominance can have some relevance between interactions between other dogs, and generally it's about resources. In terms of dominance in relation to people, dogs know that we're not dogs. They do not behave like we're dogs, and we shouldn't treat them like we're dogs either. The main issue that I have with dominance is it often leads people to believe that they need to be tougher with their dog. No dog needs to be physically punished. They just need to be taught what behaviours we want them to do. Many dogs will get labelled dominant for showing the above behaviours: resource guarding, jumping up at the owner, trying to get on the furniture, being boisterous with other dogs, for not paying attention to the owner, of mouthing the owner or grabbing, or demanding attention. These behaviours are not inherently dominant. The problem with dominance is it's a very blanket term which is given to many, many dogs, and it does not identify what the actual issue is or what the actual problem is. Many people are often told that they have to set strict rules in place for their dog to not be dominant anymore. This may include things like not letting them on the sofa, not giving them attention when they ask for it, eating before them, and always making sure you walk through doors before them. The door thing is generally just a good bit of advice because it helps, your dog not pull you out the door, but it has absolutely nothing to do with dominance or if you don't give them attention when they ask for it. If anything, you're just going to end up with a slightly confused, potentially sad dog. What does help with the above behavioural issues is training. A lot of the time, a lot of the dogs that are described as dominant are actually fearful, nervous, over-aroused, usually very stressed. They might just be really overexcited. None of it relates to them trying to be in charge or take over the household. A lot of the time, it's simply that the dog is not getting their emotional needs met, they haven't had boundaries put in place, and they're really uncertain about what the owner actually wants from them. If you think your dog has been dominant, or you've been told by someone that your dog is being dominant, come and book in an assessment and we'll tell you what the actual problem is.